Oh man. Sometimes it has to be all about the timing. And right about this time, oh man, um, I see a lot of people dressed in black. It's not my funeral because you want to put Biden in there. It's just more or less he wants to reenact some of the things that Obama has already produced. But I'm going beyond those perimeters. Why? Because of the simple fact is we have remote learning, we have social distancing, and we got masks. I know suddenly you want to go into the 25th and all of this other stuff. But like I said before, the acting president has to be willing to allow either you got to find some type of deformities of his presidency. We tried that with the impeachment. Didn't work there. Now it's about force. Like I said, you got Democratic states sending troops down there, but I don't think they down there for the government, for the Trump situation. I just think that this is politically foiled in a way to buy time. Now, like I said before, I seen the fact that Black Lives Matter protesters got hit with rubber bullets. These either protesters or threats to national security. Um, Stormed the Capitol building. Not only did they storm the Capitol building, I think it was all staged out of political desperation due to the fact that the Democrats actually won this election. And I know you want to play back and soil you and foil you with whatever tactics you can do politically. I got that understanding. And like I said, this is a mission, I guess, for a soloist. A soloist, yeah, a soloist. And like I said, I'm willing to branch off as much as possible. But like I said, you can take that idea too. There's no problem for me. That's 4 dead in the U.S. Capitol breach. Now, I wouldn't call it a U.S. Capitol breach. I call it what you would call it if it was anything other than those type of people. You would probably call it something, or like I said, I'm getting a lot of freeze action in. You know, it's a new term, new sitting president with the acting president and the Democratic president. Okay, fine. But like I said, it's a lot of people dressed in black as if it's a funeral. It's a rebirth of a nation under the political soils of the future. Now, where's that going? In the hands of so-called. But it's in no one's hands in reality. No one can predict it. Unless you can produce someone that can. Explosive devices found. Nah, like I said before, it's been explosives when that guy set it off and he blew that what's name up. It could have been explosive on them individuals that stormed the Capitol. Who knows? It probably was from the damage afterwards. But that's besides the fact. The natures of the morality of America has brought it down to a low during the pandemic, which is understandable because that's the definition of a pandemic. Like I said, I don't know what the back and forth is for. We still all in it. But I don't want to be soiled this way or that way. As long as there is, it ain't safe for no one or nothing. From the definition of it. Coronavirus, live updates, U.S. marks deadly. Oh, and as your president, I suggest that seeing as though you know everybody saying frontline workers and all of that, man. They had the scope on the disease beforehand. Now, what I suggest is all inmates and correctional facilities get established with the vaccine. But like I said, does the owners of the jails want to pay to get the vaccine to the inmates? Causing an ingestible, inhumanable, unpalatable situation. Unfathomable. Just disgusting. I'm appalled. This is America, and everyone's lives matters. Because, like I said, who knows? That could even, maybe, slow down the spread. Because, like I said, with that being released and it hasn't got the vax, but then I said, man, someone is not looking for the solving this problem. Which is, like I said, man, you can find those situations in there and they become under your profitable values. So you gotta take care of that. Or like I said, of course it may be closed right now. Coronavirus. Live updates, U.S. marks deadliest day since the pandemic began. Now, if that's the deadliest days, then why aren't you helping the most vulnerable people, which is those locked in for good? Savage life. Facebook indefinitely blocks Trump accounts. Nah, like I said before, I've had mine blocked. I've been banned from Live Me. I've been sponsored and monetized and choreographed into a category of skepticism. Because anything that I say or combat you with that is unjust, which is the fact that inmates probably would want to get the vaccine, but you're not offering it to them. Or, and like I said, that could be a good way to test the trials and clinicals, which is they're not going nowhere to avoid the second shot. So, I advise you as president to send those inmates that would like to receive the vaccination. Shouldn't be a problem with that. I mean, seeing as though it's massive of it. You know, mass incarceration. Man faces hate crime in Wisconsin crash found incompetent. Let's just hope that he is. Man faces hate crime. Like I said, to hate something or someone, there has to be an imbalance. And from the looks of things, America may be a little bit too far imbalanced to even capture the fact of pushing someone to the edge. Which that's probably what happened with this man facing crimes of hate. What could have pushed them to that? You need to get a full-blown interview about that. What pushed them to the edge to hate? It's more interesting things in the world, like love. World leaders condemn pro-Trump protesters. Like I said before, getting hit with the rubber bullets, man, just for Black Lives Matter. But they stormed the Capitol and killed 4 people, and nothing really happened. Biden to Trump. Like I said, you've known each other way longer than I've known you two. I'm just getting acquainted. The man's an end to this sage. I wouldn't demand an end to it all. Like I said, it's just getting started due to the fact that you unleashed Trump from his position of oppose, but he still has political power. So at least two ends of the candle being burned. I'm just in the middle. Trying to do the things that's best for the American civilization, their families, their friends, their loved ones, which is, like I said, give those the clinical trials that's available and not able to travel like that. That's what I would have started with. Just to ensure that it's properly working. But some people have a different approach. Arizona Dems hot spot of world amid virus surge. Listen, man, you need those hot spots to catch that Wi-Fi, man. Remotely. What's wrong with you? Like I said, you getting a new president, you want to start changing little bits and things. It's still a pandemic, man. President or not. I'm trying to help people in it, man. It's somehow, some way. It may be for the good. Justice Department says it's been affected by Russian hacks. Now, I wouldn't call that. I would call it a systematical approach, which is even the Justice Department is in a pandemic. Everyone is. That's what I say. Send the shots through the Justice Departments, all correctional facilities, if you can do that. But even with the testing part, I don't think you did that either. So, like I said, you let them out without the test, let them in without the test. Ooh, it's ferocious. He said, ooh. Yeah, like I said, maybe that's where you need to send your contact traces. To find out if it's starting there with the spread. America. Like I said, you can put me in the podium, I get it done like that. But if not, I'll leave that up to who America chooses. Congress certifies Biden win. Like I said, if you want to certify Congress, go ahead, be my guest. I try to save you. Can't have Biden sniffing all up on Congress like that, man. What's going on out here? Nah. You had one grab him by the he tried to grab Congress by the nail. No, man. You to treat Congress nice and subtle and approach her as if, Lady Liberty and justice avails us all. And like I said, they don't want me to get that opportunity to get, to persuade Congress into this new world of a moon nation. That's why they projecting Biden as the winner. So go ahead, Biden, slide in. We'll see what your ideas are. But I just hope that you're not, re-electing this attorney general that Obama elected as a Senate seat for justice. Because, like I said, you're a vice president of a president that became a president. And your vice president was up against you for president. So, either way, I'm willing to accept all presidents. Israel tightens national coronavirus lockdown. Salute to that, man. Because like I said, you got to contain the spread. And I'm hearing that it's a shortage in the vaccinations now that everyone has to get two or three of them things. Biden, what happened? Tweaking out here. Biden, you're tweaking, man. But hey, I see, man, you got to take your time with it. Trump Sr. Official resigns. Capitol, like I said, what they say, they jumping ship on me, which is understandable. They don't want to get in trouble. Nah, it's for the best. U.S. there, Capitol and all of that. Woman killed in the Capitol, right? Like I said, they was aiming at the weakest of the weak, man. That's why I said, you go out, protect yourself. It's getting dangerous, getting spooky. Bite it in there, and they gonna try to take advantage of them. I mean, if they haven't already, with the Capitol being bum rushed like that. Like I said, man, it's a political for you. 21 people experienced a nepolepsy after getting the Maduro vaccination. Wow, man. Wow. It was just so busy of a rush, man. At 95%, man. Ain't go through the clinical trials. Wow, man, dog. And like I said, man, as the president, I'll allow media, the speculatories, to do and say whatever they need to say and do. I have no discrimination against that. But my main job as president is to protect the U.S. nation. With that being said, peace. I gotta go.